most of the people in the world are focused on automation. So it is really a replacement view which they're taking. Instead of that, we really think we really need to augment human capacity. Many people today are actually going to the AI and saying, hey, I need this, now you give it. So it creates a significant dependency on the system. It reduces human potential significantly.
You are also using AI to, in a sense, create tremendous job enrichment.
Yeah, so I think we are not anti-automation. We are not saying that automation is not necessary.
We are saying the unleashing of the individual is as important an outcome in society as the maximization of productivity. So, Ravi, first of all, congratulations for successfully setting up Illumine's Human+AI Lab.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
maybe you can share a little about what the lab is about and what you are attempting to do.
Yeah, the idea of the lab is definitely it is an AI age and we need to be in AI. But most of the people in the world are focused on automation. How can they build agents which can do the work of the people? So it is really a replacement view which they're taking. Instead of that, we really think we really need to augment human capacity significantly. And that's the reason the human is at the heart of this lab in some way.
So when you say augment human capacity, what do you mean?
Let's take a work context. In multiple spaces, they are expected to do work collaboratively with others and achieve outcomes. Now, if we can help them scale up those outcomes significantly or achieve much bigger results without really getting into the grunt work of that. We really want to get the grunt work out so that people can express their creativity, people can bring the best into it and achieve the results. I think that's the focus to a great extent for us.
So what I'm hearing you say is that like any other AI system, you definitely want to maximize or you want to significantly enhance outcomes, results, productivity. So that's one thing you still want to do. I think what you're also saying is that there is a difference in the means. One means of achieving that is by bypassing the human being and saying that we don't need the human being there. As long as the machine can do what the human being does. So therefore lies the effort almost in every area to kind of mimic the human being. Right up to the idea of AGI, which is to simply say that a human being is replaced almost by a machine. From there, what you're saying, no, AI should not do that. You should amplify outcomes, but you have to amplify those outcomes by actually enhancing or transforming the role of the human being. And what you are saying is that the transformation of that role is A, you remove all that is drudgery in that human being's work. And so you are therefore simplifying, making the life less process oriented, making the human being less locked up with the operational nitty gritty of the role. And I allow that person to work on those aspects of the work that make him or her feel more alive, feel more engaged with work, bring out the hidden creativity or the possibilities in that human being. There is an important point here which I think we are talking about, that we are saying the unleashing of the individual is as important an outcome in society as the maximization of productivity. And I think philosophically, this is the key point. This is our standpoint with respect to the entire AI construct, which is to say that the purpose of AI should be that at the end of the next 5 years or 10 years, we do not want a world where millions of people have been replaced by machines, but that millions of people have been enhanced in the sense of them finding new joy and finding new meaning at work and finding more ways to express themselves more wholly. While the industrial routine part of that work, the Dickensian part of their work, is actually vanishes due to AI. I think that's the underlying vision behind the whole thing.
Correct.
So it's a dual vision of much greater productivity combined by much happier and more fulfilled human beings.
Correct. Correct. Means we are almost freeing up the person now to fully express not only in the work but in the
In
whole
all
life.
of life also. Exactly. This is a very fundamental shift from the normal thinking. It has implications on the human AI interaction. Am I correct? Would you like to comment on that human AI interaction?
Yeah, so I think today most people, when they look at AI, they look at it as something, definitely it will do their job, but to great extent they are giving up their job to the AI completely. Suppose I'm a programmer, I need to write a program. Now, one way to write a program is I can say, hey, this is the solution I have in my mind. This is the way I want to build it. You express it with AI, evolve it with AI, take it to the really refined level, and then maybe typing up the code, testing of the things, like the kind of things which we talked about, where it is not really the most creative part. That part AI should take up. Instead, many people today are actually going to the AI and saying, hey, I need this, now you give it. Now, in a way, many of them feel good that they're saying they don't have to think about anything, but in the process, what is happening is actually AI is doing all the work. You are getting productivity benefit, but you are literally losing the full control on the system. Now you don't know what is happening with the system. If something needs to change, you have literally given up. Now you complete. So it creates a significant dependency on the system. It reduces human potential significantly. And day by day, I'm also a little bit worried that new people who are coming from the college days and into the industry, that is the way they start coming in, then we will significantly lose the capability, except we don't really create a newer challenges for them.
So again, let me break this down, what you're saying. I think one part what you're saying is that the relationship between human beings and AI can be one where I hand over to AI a lot of my work and say, you do it for me. It's like a boss with a very bright intern. So you might just hand over entire things and say, just get it done. The other thing is where you're sitting and looking at that whole thing and using it to think more deeply about the subject. And then, along with thinking more deeply about the subject, you are then letting the machine do the routine work. So, in one, it leads to deeper thought, and in the other, it leads to shallower thought. I think that's the first point you're making.
Correct.
The second point that you're making is that this deeper thought means that there is a certain conscious engagement with AI. While in the other case, it becomes an unconscious engagement with AI where you're just handing over and you're reducing consciousness. Same thought, but in a different way. Also, you are saying the implication of this is that if I think more deeply about the subject, it will upgrade my thought process, it will upgrade my understanding, it will upgrade my vision. While if I hand over everything to the machine, then it will degrade my capabilities, degrade my vision, degrade my capacity. So, also you are saying that this human AI lab is trying to upgrade human capacities and create a more conscious engagement with AI,
Correct.
correct? Rather than an unconscious engagement with AI that leads to a tacit degradation of the person involved in terms of thought or capability, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, AI should really lead to enhancement and not significantly degrade the society as a whole. Otherwise,
So then it also means, in a sense, that in one, you are actually giving up your creative freedom to AI, and the other, you are retaining your creative freedom. So there's a big shift in both of these things. This is a different paradigm, definitely, and I think this human AI. Now the question is that if this is the paradigm, does this mean that you will design different types of solutions, or how do you think about AI solutions in the light of this? What will you work on, or how will you look at solutions differently?
yeah. So we can even look at the kind of work we are trying to do
Okay.
at this point of time.
Okay.
For example, the Jilla project is actually the full district administration. We need to bring the Karma Yogi Sevak. Now, if you just look at the only AI part
Right.
in that,
Okay.
now I think the approach which we are taking, we are asking the question saying, okay, how can these people serve the citizens better? And if they have to bring that Sevak attitude, how can we assist them in each step of that? Suppose if there is a citizen who is coming and complaining about something which is not in your control, Traditionally, your approach would have been okay to send them to some process, saying, okay, talk to this guy, write this letter, send them mail. Today, you are asking the question, saying, okay, how a Karmayogi Sevak should have worked.
So in a way, you are also using AI to, in a sense, create tremendous job enrichment.
Correct.
And role enrichment.
Right.
That is, you are saying his role becomes far more enriched and it becomes far more responsible because he is now taking responsibility for the citizen and the AI is helping him take up the greater responsibility, expand his or her role.
Correct.
Correct?
And doing it in a context.
And doing it in the context of the citizen.
Citizen and the situation.
And the situation and being able to respond meaningfully in that context. So in that sense, it's a tool that is enriching the relationship between the government and the people of Maharashtra. Rather than using it to automate and ultimately point to a possibility that the citizens don't have to deal with a face of the government at all.
Correct. And I think most of the AI applications will be of this nature. They will either be in the place where we are actually helping people achieve a service outcomes.
But then let me ask you, you take for example the passport office or something, automation has helped a lot there, right? Or income tax, for example, there is so much of automation that they have done. It has helped the ordinary citizens. So
yeah, so I think we are not anti-automation. We are not saying that automation is not necessary. Rather, people definitely need to automate the processes and the work which they are doing. But let's take a passport office. What are the real outcomes they need to achieve? They need to make sure that they need to give identity to people when they go abroad and create an assurance that this person is fully verified. Now, if they can focus their attention on that and finding out they are not passing a wrong guys out, and right guys get those services rapidly, that is also a citizen service. Okay, so it is not anti-automation philosophy. It is really saying, okay, how can people achieve their core outcomes?
So wait, so what you're saying is that there are two types of outcomes. When we are designing system, there is a process outcome which is there. And number two, there is always what you are calling a core outcome or an essential outcome, which is why the process was designed in the first place.
Correct.
And what you're saying is that through AI, we are now able to take the process outcome and make it, in a sense, kind of go away from the live. And he doesn't have to waste his time thinking so much about the process outcomes, so that everybody pays attention to the essential or outcomes. And sometimes those essential outcomes, like in this case, are citizen outcomes, or they may be human outcomes, or they may be national outcomes. So those deeper outcomes actually come out to the fore, and that is what is given importance. So that's the shift in vision that we are talking.
Correct.
So AI brings us back, in a sense, to what is essential about our society, what is valuable about people's lives, what is valuable about their work, what is valuable about the role they play in people's lives. And we are saying that let us use AI to enhance that which is essential and valuable. And let us do away with the, what I can call the veneer of industrialization, which is the scale dimension, which we have focused on for last 150 years. You make the effects of all that actually recede into the background so that the essentials come out again. So that's the actual logic of the Human AI Lab.
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. So this gives us a completely new vision for how AI can be used in human lives. And so I can see that this word human AI both means how to augment the human, number one. Number two, how to improve conscious engagement between human and AI. And number three, what it also means is that strip away all that is inessential, so that what is powerful and human in our society again finds its place under the sun. Thank you.